beautiful, amazing developers. How are you this sunny day? For those of you who are new here, again, hi, how are you? My name is Eleftheria and I'm a front-end developer currently working with AngularJS. And not only that, but in this series we are doing the daily UI challenge and I'm currently on day 55. I decided to combine some projects together. I'm going to do on this video from day 55 to day 61. So you're going to do all these beautiful things, but before we start coding, let me please remind you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would be awesome. And of course, if you have any question, just leave a comment below and I will do my best to answer it. Thank you very much. So, if you did that, then I guess we can start working. And I've already have written a few stuff. I will talk about everything. Of course, in the description box below, you can find two links. One of them will be directly to my CodePen. So if you miss anything from this tutorial, you can go to my CodePen and you will find everything there. Or if you're not working with CodePen, then I also have my code uploaded in GitHub, so I'm sure you will find it quite useful. Alright, now let's see what we have for today. For day 55, we have to do an icon set. I'm not going to do an icon set, I'm just going to have an icon. Then for day 56, we're going to have the breadcrumbs, and I'm going to have them up here. For day 57, we are going to do a video player, and I'm going to use the YouTube for that. For day 58, we are going to have a shopping cart. Day 59, a background pattern. I guess that for day 59, we are already done, because I have this beautiful background, and in a bit on CSS, I'm going to show you how I've done that. Then on day 60 we have a color picker, and I have an amazing idea for this one, so stay tuned. And for day 61 we have the redeem coupon, and you will see how I also did that. Well, let's start with the HTML. I have my links up here because I'm working with AngularJS and Material UI. This one particularly is for a font family that I'm using here, so you don't really need this link, you can have your own font family. Then I have the NG app with my app. This is important because it connects with the whole app and the JavaScript part, and of course you have the controller. For me this is app controller, and again this is linked to the JavaScript part. Then for today's theme we have a row, and in this row we have just this part right here. And in the working area is where all the magic starts and ends. So I've already have a toolbar, which is this one, with a class empty toolbar tools, and this is why it has this like purple color. And inside here I'm going to have two things. One, it's going to be my breadcrumbs, and the second one is going to be a button for the shopping cart. Last but not least, I have a button here. I've already done a lot of buttons in this daily UI challenge, so I'm pretty sure you've already know how to create it. Now in the CSS, I don't have a lot of things, but in the background, which is like also day 59 background pattern, I found just an image, and I like that image. So this is going to be my background, and I also have repeat. Now, I noticed that some of you left me some comments on Twitter that says that these projects aren't looking very good in smaller screens, and I know that, I'm aware of that, so I'm not coding in a responsive way because I'm more focused on the design and the process rather than on making my projects like responsive. So yeah, that was just a small note. Then I have the class theme, working area, which again is all the things inside here, and then for the button, the submit button is this one right here, and that's it. For the JavaScript, I only have my Angular module with my app, and then ng material, messages, and svg asset cache. And for the controller, again I have the app controller with scope and empty dialog. We're going to feel these things in a bit. So let's start typing, and the first thing that I'm going to do is go inside this spot and have my first let's say breadcrumb. I don't know if this is the correct word. Anyway, for the first breadcrumb, I'm going to have an href, and it will be linked to my YouTube, and it will say tutorials. Of course, you can have your own, but yeah, I think that for me this is going to be just fine. The next thing for my breadcrumb is going to be this thing with YouTube and advice. So it will go like tutorials, and then YouTube, oops, sorry for that, and then advice. Now in the second part that we have our button, I'm going also to do day 55, which is like this icon set, and I've already found an image that I like. It's an image of a card, so we can use it later, also like this one, the redeem coupon. Now, as you can see, I will need to use a class because this icon is quite big. Don't worry about the icon. I'm going also to leave this one in the description box below, so you can just find it easier. Alright, what do I want for the headers icons? I guess I'm going to need some, let's say, width. It's going to be 45 pixels, or even like 46, because I prefer like this kind of numbers, 46, 48, and like 50, and you know. Anyway, for the height, I'm going to give it like an auto, but you don't really need to do so. Anyway, for the padding, I'm just going to have a padding top, maybe 16 pixels will do the trick. Alright, let's keep moving. The other thing that I want for this button is to have some kind of functionality. So to do so, I'm having my ng-click here with a function, which is the show prompt. Now we also have to write some things about this show prompt. So let's go back to the controller and see what we have. The first thing that I'm going to do is to create it like this. Okay, and now this is going to be a scope dot show prompt. Oh, I've already have that. I don't need this one. I'm just going to have it like that, and of course this is going to be a function. Alright, great. Now it's time to start adding my variables, and let's do it just a little bit fast, and I'm going to explain everything. So here I have a function, and inside there I have another variable which says confirm, and this includes the empty dialog with a prompt. Now the title, and you're going to see it in a while, will say you're about to buy this cool filter, and then the text content will say if you have a coupon, please apply it below, and that's how we have the redeem coupon. For the placeholder we have coupon code. The area label, you don't actually need this. For the initiative value you have apply coupon, and then the target event, it's the eve for event, it is required, and then for the OK action you have the OK, whereas for the cancel you have to proceed to payment. So let's say if someone doesn't have a coupon, he can just proceed to payment, or if he has a coupon then he can click on the OK. Okay, that is for our show prompt, and that is for our icon set and redeem coupon. So far we've done day 55, we've done day 56, and we have quite a few more things to do. So let's keep going. I will need another thing, and we're going to start typing quite a few things. So the first one is going to be like this, and press the, and here I'm going to add an image. You will see in a bit what I'm trying to do, okay? Just be patient. So I will keep it like that, and then I'm going really quickly to add just a few more text. So it will say press the play button. Let's also add the play button, with some styling. So you have the play button with some styling with 20 pixels height, 20 pixels and margin top 0. This is because we are going to be start working in a bit with the video player, okay? So after the H3, I'm going to create a div, okay? Awesome. And now inside here I'm going to create another class. I'm going to create a class named picker, and in a bit I will show you what we are going to add there. Now we are going to do something like RGBA for the colors, you know, R for red, G for green, and B for blue. A it's going to be for opacity. So I'm going to have my R here, and then I'm going to have an input. Okay, and inside here I'm going to type equals range. Okay, for the minimum volume I'm going to have a 0, whereas for the maximum value I'm going to have 255. The step is going to be 1, and the ng model is going to be R. So yes, I am creating a slider. I like sliders and I've used them before. I think they are like easy to be used by the users, and yeah, why not? Okay, so I copy paste it 3 more times, but I will change the values to RGB and A, and of course we have to do the same thing here, RGB and A. Cool. The type is always range. The minimum volume is going to be 0 and the maximum 255, whereas here, because we're talking about opacity, and opacity has values from 0 to 1, we're going to have a maximum volume of 1, whereas the step is going to be 0.1. Okay, that's it for our picker. Maybe we can add some style here. So I'm quickly going back to my CSS, and after the header icons class I'm going to add the picker. So here I think that I will change the width to 100%, and also maybe the height. Maybe I can do it like 130 pixels, and I can also add some padding top. Maybe it will look better if I have it something like 20 pixels, and I will copy this one and I will make it like left to again 20 pixels. I think this is like a little bit better. I don't know what you think. Okay, so let's go back to the HTML and see what else we can do to make this thing a little bit prettier. After this div, I'm going to create another div like so, and inside here again I'm going to have a class. This time let's name it color. Cool. In a bit we're going to also create that thing, but for now I want to add some style. For the style I'm going to have my background color as RGBA, and now look what we are going to do. I'm going to create 3 colors plus 1 for the opacity. Don't forget to add your colors R and comma G B and A. Maybe I'm typing a little bit slowly, but I'm trying to be correctly with the things that I write. So let's go to also write the class color into the CSS. I'm going after the picker. And for the color, okay, let's see what we want. I think that I'm going to need a position. You will see the result of this in a bit. So again, be patient. Oops, width. It's going to be 480 pixels, whereas for the height, I'm going to have 160 pixels. Okay. We are done with the CSS. I don't think that we need to write anything extra, but now we are going to the coolest part. This, for me, is adding the YouTube, or this is like, let me find it, going on day 57 for the player. And I have my iframe with 480, which is also the width of this project, and the height of 320. And then this here is just a video on my YouTube channel. Cool. So now if I start changing this, I can have it like that, or like that, and like that. Okay, we will do something more. We will try to have this part to be upper this one. So while I change this, it's going to be like a filter that it's going to be applied on the video. Okay, let's do that. To do so, the only thing that you need is to have your position set to absolute. So now every time you're changing this or this or this or this, it's also changing our video. So this is how, let's say you want to buy a filter for your video, so you will go to cart, and if you have a coupon you will apply it and you will click on OK and like things like that. So I think that today was a fun project, and I guess that you learned something new. If you agree with me that this was something fun or useful, then just please subscribe and like or share this video. That would be amazing. Again, in the description box you will find all the links that you may need, so go ahead and also tap below to see the description. Thank you for watching, see you really soon, have an amazing day.